Okay, so I want to talk about a little old game called Vexx. Now, in all honesty, Vexx is an amazing game, but I have such fond memories of playing it when I was younger that I wanted to make a video about it. I want to see if there are any other people that remember this game or even remember liking it as much as I did. Hell, even just looking it up on YouTube, I don't get any results for the game without actually putting game right next to the title. So honestly, there might not be that many people who remember it, but I do. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, Vexx was developed by good old Acclaim, may they rest in peace, and came out towards the end of the whole platforming collectathon craze that games had during that time. Oh yeah, surprise, surprise, the game's a platformer with collectibles. By the way, if you played Super Mario 64, then you've pretty much played this game. Oh yeah, and before anything, this isn't a review, this isn't a critique, I'm not going to give a score at the end of this video. It's just me reminiscing a game that I played a long time ago. But I should probably get into the actual story of this game. Basically, Yabu and his gang of Shadow Wraiths imprison Vexx and his village in order to make them slaves. And because Vexx is such a hothead, he accidentally gets his own granddad killed. And fueled by revenge, Vexx sneaks out onto one of Yabu's ships and stumbles upon a pair of war talons. And since Vexx is the protagonist, they obviously are bound to him. So now it's up to you to defeat Yabu and free your village. Pretty standard plot, but it's fun. I had fun. I'm sure you'd have fun too. Probably. Now, after a lengthy tutorial, you get waken up by old Darby, who's definitely not Yabu, by the way. Yeah, definitely not. But he sends you on your way and bada bing bada boom, you're in the first world. Ooh, now I can talk about one of the things I really remember about this game. It's the fact that in this very room that you wake up in, if you use the fire to propel yourself up, you find a secret warp spire thing? I really don't know what it is, but it warps you into one of the paintings where you can get a power-up. I remember needing that power up and I couldn't for the life of me find out how to get it. And once I did, it fucking blew my mind. Cause I was a kid, I was like, holy shit, I finally found a secret. That was only one of 3 things that I remember, and the last thing is something that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. But we'll get to that later. The tutorial is what told you about the 3 collectibles in the game, but I'll tell you about them right now. The main collectible is Wraith Hearts, which you could pretty much think as the stars of this game. The more you get, the more access you have to other worlds. The second collectible are the Soul Jars. You basically collect 7 and you get another Wraith Heart. Again, kind of like red coins. And the third are the Broken Heart pieces. You collect 100 of them, you get a Wraith Heart. I'm pretty sure there's more than 100 of them in each level, so it's not hard to get them, luckily. And once you get your first Wraith Heart, it gives you access to the hub space, I guess. Yeah, hub space. Again, I know I'm comparing it a little bit too much to Super Mario 64, but you go up to the world, you select the Wraith Heart to track, and then you're on your way. But what I do really find helpful when you track a heart are the signs that are in the world, because they do a really good job at directing you of where to go. I mean, some of the hints that it gives you to collect the Wraith Heart are kind of out there, but for the most part, it's not that hard. But from here on out, it's pretty much a rinse and repeat. You go to a world, you collect the hearts, you collect enough to go to the next world and keep going, until you get at least 60 hearts, which is what you need to get to the final boss. But there are 2 worlds in specific that I really want to talk about. But even before that, I want to talk about the combat, because it's something that's really different for the time, at least when it comes to collectathon platformers like this. You see, unlike Super Mario 64, you actually have some sort of combo system in this game. The best I could kind of compare it to is like a really basic version of a Devil May Cry combat system. I know it sounds weird, but let me explain. For a basic combo, you pretty much just spam B, well, at least if you're playing on GameCube, which I am, and that'll do a combo that's way too easy to make a joke for. We also got stuff like if you press B twice and then delay and then B twice again, you do another combo. One that leads to a pop-up so that you could do even more combos. So kind of interesting. Not anything too technical, but definitely interesting, especially for a platformer. You also got your standard movement abilities like long jump, high jump, wall climb, that sort of stuff. That's it for the gameplay though. What I really want to talk about are the 2 worlds that I distinctly remember playing. Out of everything in this game, these 2 worlds are what I remember the most. I mean, I can even remember the route to take for the first mission in this world. I remember turning on the console, going onto the couch to turn on the TV, then going on the joystick, and then you play Brick Break to get a heart. I don't know why this mission out of all of them is the one I remember the most. It probably has to do with the fact that I really like the concept of being really small and like just a regular sized room. I always thought that aspect of this world was pretty cool. It was really fun to go like into the rafters or across the piano towards the bookshelf bookshelves. I like it when games give you that sense of scale like that. And now I'll talk about a world that I remember for the complete opposite reason. This world actually used to scare the absolute shit out of me, and it was only because of that fucking thing. That weird whale looking thing. It's so goddamn creepy, especially when I was a little kid. Now, mind you, I am not comfortable with the idea of deep open water like this. You remember that one eel mission in Super Mario Sunshine? It's stuff like that I hated. That's not even the worst part of this. The worst part is in one of these domes, you can see its silhouette just hovering around on the outside. Like, I just don't like these big monsters that are in water. It creeps me the hell out. Not as bad as it was when I was a kid, but it still does. And then you actually have to get eaten by the whale to get another heart. All in all, this world is memorable, but for all the wrong reasons. But honestly, I don't actually remember much after this world. I remember a bit of the final boss, but that's about it. All the footage you're seeing right now is me just playing until that water world one night. So I'm not entirely sure if I even ever finished the game, but maybe I could do that one day on stream. But that's pretty much all I have to say about Vexx. I mostly made this video to try out a different style of commentary. If you've seen my manga videos, you probably noticed that while they're a lot more organized, they're also a lot more flat, I guess. I mean, look at the difference in script between my manga videos and the one I made for this one. I thought that maybe not having a script would make it sound a little bit more natural. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. So tell me in the comments if you prefer this style or the one in my manga videos. If you actually want to watch me play some of the games that I talk about, then head on over to my Twitch where I stream almost daily. It was fun talking about a game like this, and I'll definitely do it again. But with that, I'll talk to you all next time.